This is not a good look for the Daily Wire because it appears that they pretended like they were open to a debate when in reality they were not, and behind the scenes decided to try to silence Candace Owens further.
And the truth is that I was aware behind the scenes, Kanye gave me conversations, I read them in their entirety, of very specific Jewish people who I would say were definitively making threats against him. And so I had more knowledge than the public had when he shared this tweet.
What up, what up, what up? It's your homeboy B. Watt, and you are now tuned into another episode of Cancel B. Watt. And in this episode, I'm going to be discussing Candace Owens. As you know, she had a major public conflict and disagreement with the parent company for her podcast, The Daily Wire. Now, I have been keeping an eye on this for a minute, and it's been about a month or so, and I just so happened to notice that it has been a minute since Candace Owens has spoken publicly, and it has definitely been a couple of weeks since she has uploaded any content to her podcast. So this leads me to the obvious question that I will be discussing in this video as to whether Candace Owens officially been canceled. Has Candace Owens now been canceled as a result of her conflict with the Daily Wire? Now, I would like to point out here very cautiously that the title of Candace Owens' last video was, "Why Does Everyone Think I Am Going to Be Killed?" I do understand that there are a lot of people, specifically African American people, who may not like Candace Owens, okay? Whether it's because of some of the things she chooses to speak out on, maybe because of her disconnection from the African American community. I get it. She's married to a Caucasian man. I understand. Nonetheless, I do think that Candace Owens is brilliant. I do enjoy her content, and I would prefer that she not be killed, okay? So that's why I'm making this video. The Daily Wire is a supposedly conservative news site co-founded by Ben Shapiro. The Daily Wire ended its relationship with Ms. Owens in March after clashes over Israel and anti-Semitism. For those who may not know, anti-Semitism is when you speak out loud anything about Jewish people at all, okay? If it perceives like it makes them the least bit uncomfortable, this is anti-Semitism, which is illegal, okay? So be very careful with this. The Daily Wire initially claimed that it wanted to organize a debate between Candace Owens and Ben Shapiro, but that was apparently all smoke and mirrors, because the Daily Wire has now hired a private arbitrator to ban Ms. Candace Owens from publicly disparaging the company, and they also cited her demand for a debate as an example, okay? So the Daily Wire has put a gag order on Ms. Candace Owens, all right? A gag order is a judge's order that a case may not be discussed in public, okay? So for the moment, it does look like the Daily Wire has successfully silenced Candace Owens. So she cannot give her opinion about the Daily Wire, about Ben Shapiro, about Jewish relations in the United States, or her thoughts on Israel. And to really show you how much they were really trying to avoid this debate with Candace Owens, they now say that any debate would now be in conflict with the gag order that they obtained on Candace Owens, okay? So they don't want no smoke with Candace Owens at all. Let's take a look at what they're saying here. I'm sure you can appreciate how fraught, how fraught, it must be a Jewish word, okay? How fraught a high-profile breakup like this is. For that reason, we are trying to resolve our issues with Candace privately. I bet that y'all are. I bet that y'all had no intentions on debating Candace Owens. Look, he probably thought he was about to debate Candace Owens. His homie was like, look. You're not getting on national TV talking about no Israel, Jewish relations with Candace Owens. Okay? When asked about these reports, Candace Owens said that she can neither confirm nor deny. She wishes she could, but she can't. And despite the initial reports by the Daily Wire, it is obvious that they will not be publicly debating Candace Owens on this matter. Candace Owens has been extremely critical of Israel and what she calls the brutal treatment of the Palestinian civilians. And she's also very upset that the United States government continues to fund this. All right. Candace Owens has also speculated about a gang of Jewish criminals that manipulate Hollywood and the media. And of course, she publicly defended alleged anti-Semite Kanye West. So as always, I am interested to know what you all think, okay? Do you all believe that Candace Owens has finally been canceled? All right? Do you think that the Daily Wire is actually going to make this debate happen? Or you think this was all an attempt to silence her from exposing the Jewish media for allegedly being gangsters and also threatening Kanye West, okay? So hop in the comments, let me know what you think. If you like this content, please do not hesitate to visit www.cancelby.com and sign up with me there for more exclusive info. And as always, listen, like, subscribe, and tune in again to another episode of Cancel Be